downtown Minneapolis. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from Minneapolis. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. McCarthy now going to start with a pass. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It'll be a Vikings 1st down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now here's Aaron Jones. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. Handoff, Jones, and a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
So they made it a priority here early to try to get him the ball in the 1st quarter. But that was their 3rd attempt. None of them have resulted in a catch. I think you got to start looking elsewhere. You don't want to get into a position, Mike, where you feel like you're forcing the guy the ball and forcing your offense to run through him.
On 4th down, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down. First play, and May goes to the air. And they're going to get him again. Remarkable. How about that to start the game? 2 sacks on the first 2 plays. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's May. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first of the game.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
It's a loss of 2.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. On the handoff, Jones. Jones, first down and more. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. Reichard, good with the extra point. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
We'll try again here. Second and 10. Throwing is May. We'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. It is third and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. He'll try and get there on the ground. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
This is all about sensing the pressure. You can see him keeping his eyes downfield as long as he can. But ultimately he decides, I got to tuck this ball and become a runner. He's able to avoid the sack, pick up some positive yards.
They'll put Addison in motion. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Devon Godchaux there on the tackle. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Third down, 3 to go. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have a first down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, Minnesota. They'll put Addison in motion. Jones now on 1st and 10. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Here comes the screen to Jones. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jelani Tavai.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Back's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Butte. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Patriots nothing.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now, May. And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Patriots 25-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. They'll run it here with Jones. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw now, May. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is in.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. May gonna look to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down. Now Gibson. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. May to throw on 2nd down. That'll be complete to Gibson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll run here with Gibson. He'll push forward here down to about the 27. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. On 2nd down, it's May. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. On play action, here's McCarthy. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. Still going. And he's going to take this one all the way. 84 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start out with Stevenson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Off the play fake, it's May. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On the ground, Gibson. And that'll move the sticks. First down, up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's the game of 6.
Here's May. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Throwing on 2nd down, May. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, a tough spot here. 3rd and long. Throwing now is May. Open man to Mario Douglas. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Pass completed to Douglas.
I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
On the give, it's Jones. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
The tight end Hawkinson starts the motion. On second down, here's McCarthy. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A run. It's Jones. Not much. Second and long coming up.
Brings up second and 9 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he'll be taken down. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. In trouble, and down he goes. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. McCarthy to the air on second down. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he's into the end zone. T.J. Hawkinson. Touchdown, Vikings. Reichert now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Vikings move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. 7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On first and 10, here's May. That one knocked away and incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
They need 8 come up for third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. May to throw again. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete. May to the air once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To throw again is May. A pass, right side, taken by Baker. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. They're going. It's May. He's got a receiver. That's Baker. And he's going to have the Pats first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some. Here's May again. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Hop Douglas. Touchdown, New England. The offense staying put. They will go for two. From out of the gun, here's May. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the two-point conversion.
Patriots 8. Joey Slide to kick off for the Patriots.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. He'll start at the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go. And he will dive into the end zone. 96 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchdown. Here's first and 10. May going to look to throw. Going for it all. That's caught. And he will dive into the end zone. 80 yards. Touchdown, New England. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
35, Patriots 16. Joey Slide to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jabril Peppers.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little...
He is in. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, Patriots. Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming. To throw now, May. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the two-point conversion.
35, Patriots 24.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll put Addison in motion. On the ground now with Jones. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's McCarthy. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
On 4th down, here's McCarthy. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. May to throw on 2nd down. Cody gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the first down.
Patriots 24.
To throw is May. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Oh, a man wide open. He's got it. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least...
And he will get into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. A return now from the 4. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. From the gun, it's a run. It's Jones. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that,
Aaron Jones. And he's into the end zone yet again. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Will Reichert now on for the extra point. He's got it. The Vikings will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. On the return, here comes Gibson. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Working out of the gun, it's May. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll come up here, first and 10. Throwing is May. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He keeps it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short.
That is caught. What a throw. Keyshawn Boutte. Touchdown, Patriots. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. This is a big spot for the Patriots as they'll go for two. Throwing now is May. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision darted loose. The try for two is unsuccessful. So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now Jones. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Second and 7. They'll drop to throw. Here comes the screen to Jones. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kyle Duggar. Oh, big hole left side.
They'll take over first down and goal to go at the 2-yard line.
Here is first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal. Here's May. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game. And
this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead. here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. And that is no good. He missed it. That could have significant consequences. They're unable to stretch the lead out to a field goal. They're up only 2. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. Past midfield. Inside the 20.
So if you're going to be a kick returner in the National Football League, you need these 2 things. Balance, vision, and yeah, speed doesn't hurt too much either. And all 3 of those were evident there. I mean, what a return that was to set his guys up, starting this drive inside the red zone.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 6-yard line.
It is 2nd and a yard. Jones. New England going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with